Okay, welcome to the part 2. In this video I'm going to show you what are the new features that are inside the color correction kit for the GH5 version 4 for Premiere users. I'm a Premiere user mostly, so maybe you are as well. So this is a good time for you because I'm going to show you some great tools that I have added to the color correction kit. So here we have a sequence of clips that were shot in Vlog, just plain Vlog, no no color corrections done, just straight out of the camera. And this is a project folder, a project sequence that you can find in the tools folder inside the Premiere Pro look gallery folder. And here the project, you can find this folder, and in this folder you can find this sequence full of these adjustment layers stacked on top of each other. And you can go and just look at these comments, and for example this is nothing fancy, this is the HDR look, and this is the film look, and this is the warm vintage look, and so on. And here you can go and see which one do you like. For example, let's choose the documentary one, and then I'll just copy these adjustment layers. I just copy them, and then I go to the sequence that I'm working on. I go to the beginning of the sequence and I activate the first empty video track, and deselect the video track where I have the clips. And then I just paste my stuff, and then I'll just spread them over the footage. And then you can see that the colors are now rather nice. Though in some of these clips I have actually made some adjustments. Let me show you. So this is the original one, and I just bring down the exposure a bit because it was a bit overexposed. And here, for example, I have went to the HLCL secondaries, and I have made a mask to skin tones, and I have made them a bit more magenta, because in this case, because the lighting was so off and weird, the skin tones were a bit all over the place. Okay, so and then I can just delete them if I would like to get some other look. Maybe I would like to use the warm vintage look. So I just and by the way, the top one and the three below ones are grayed out, they're locked, so I cannot use them. So I can just copy these and just copy them and bring them to this sequence, go to the beginning, and then have the empty track active, and just spread them all over the footage. And now, badam, tadam, I have like a nice warm vintage look to my footage. Okay, let's show the next one. And by the way, you don't need to start off with Vlog. For example, this is shot in Cine D, and I have just used the lookup table to turn it to Cine D, and then I have used the same these effects just across these same clips, and it just works just as fine. Here's another example of these effects. So here is, let me show you it from the look gallery. So in here, bonfire, I have this effect, a glow, a warm glow, and you can see if I turn it off, you can see this nice glow on all of the highlights. No, not that. That one. So here's without, and here's with the glow. And glow is something that you can use to really kind of modify the feel of the footage. For example, here, without the warm glow layer, it kind of looks rather cold. But when I put this warm glow, it suddenly feels more warm, even though it was quite cold when we were doing this bonfire shoot. And what else? What else? So there's other some other effects as well. So this is like, I don't know if this is really useful, maybe some music videos. Here I have added this effect that is like white edges. And the fun thing is that, and here's another version of black edges. Anyway, the fun thing here is that you can click on any of these adjustment layers and you see how I have created these effects. You can see the blend mode, and you can see all the effects I have used in this. And the great thing is that you can go, for example, to this one, the glow layer. You can go and adjust it to your tasting. So this is not just a lookup table where you can just apply it and be happy. This is just something that you can go and tweak to your heart's content. If I don't, for example, want the bonfire to cast a glow, but I just want this sun and bit of the sky to cast a glow, I can just bring the targeting up. Or then if I want to make the even the fire glow, I can bring the reach down. And this is the same thing with all of these, that these are built with very simple like inbuilt inbuilt effects. So you can go here and just tweak them to your liking, and then you can even create your own new looks and then just copy them as new cards to the train, and then maybe use them later on your videos. Okay, and the last thing that I want to mention is this DCI-P to sRGB layer. And this is a layer that is meant for Mac users who are using displays that show the DCI-P3 color space. And this is the issue if your colors in Premiere look much more saturated than they look in YouTube. This is the issue because in Premiere you're working with DCI-P3 color space, and when you export it's in sRGB. And with this layer you can kind of monitor. So this is how it would look. This is how it looks in Premiere, and when I turn it on, it will show me how it will look after the exporting. Of course, remember to turn this off before you export, otherwise your colors will be muted. So this is just an adjustment layer that you can copy and then go to your sequence and then activate the topmost, the first empty video layer, paste. No, that wasn't right. Let's put one up and then paste, and then you can spread it over everything, and now you can see how your colors will look after exporting. So here's without, and here's how it will look after exporting. Okay, so those are the new features in the color correction kit version 4 for Premiere users. Thank you, and I'm out.